this an easier thing to put on as opposed to Ozzfest, being a part of that?
No, as a matter of fact, we're rolling with a larger crowd than usual. We have 8 semis, 53 feet long, and 5 tour buses, all brand new tour buses. So the Knot is big pimping, to say the least.
Are there dangerous spots out there?
Oh, extremely dangerous spots. We do not allow anyone on stage because it's so bad. No, the pyro is so incredible that there is no personnel on stage unless you're affiliated with the band. Cool. Someone will die in this tour. It's been said by the band.
Really?
Yeah. If you
in the band or?
In the band.
Oh.
Yeah, they have a feeling because Sid's turntables, they have 3 meat hooks on there. Real meat hooks, all made of steel.
Now, those guys always come across as being really sincere. If someone doesn't die, are they going to be disappointed?
No, maybe they'll take a victim.
Talk with the return of the goat, man.
There's 2 types of people in the world. There's sheep and there's goats. Obviously, I think you can figure out who we are. Before, it was like, pay attention to me. I got something to say and I'm going to prove it to you. Now, dude, I've said it, done it. We've done it. We don't care. If you're going to waste my time and your kids' time and your news and your editorials with all this bullshit that we may or may not be Satanists, I will let you know right now that there is no acting member of any of that crap. Let me see your fucking hands in the air!
The title of the album being Iowa, a lot of people just assumed it had just because that's where you're from. But it speaks more to the landscape of the record, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's very dark, it's very dry, it's straight to the point.
The record gets darker, and it gets progressively darker as you make it. What happens inside the studio that sends you there?
A lot of violence, a lot of vomit, a lot of depression, a lot of emotions running over, a lot of crying, a lot of losing your mind, a lot of isolation.
A lot of feeling like a pre-kindergarten boy being teased because he's too fat.
A lot of bands on their second record always talk about every time that their second record is going to be heavier than their first, and they always constantly let the fans down. I mean, it's all talk.
One thing we all know is we're going to die, and we're doing the best we can right now with what we got, which isn't much, because mentally, physically, and spiritually, we're getting broke every day. I mean, it's just, hit to the head every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. And I wouldn't have it any other way, and neither would anybody else.
The point is, I can only say it like this. I'm not pretty, I'm not cool, I'm fat and I'm ugly and proud, so fuck you.
Metal is a great genre where fans are just dying to turn on their bands.
No one is going to live up to your expectations. I don't care who you are.
We've learned that every day, haven't we?
Every day. You will never live up to your expectations. All you can do is keep trying.
I don't never blame any of those kids for, wanting, almost wanting the band to fail, because they've had it done to them so many times by all these other bands. Bands do that to their fans constantly. It's almost like it's such an insult to their intelligence, because these kids are smart, man. They're not stupid. And when you touch something in someone, why would you ever want them to change? And we will not do that to them.
If I thought for one instance we were getting the success I thought we deserved, we'd already be out. There is no such word for us. This isn't what you think it is. It's not. It's sought after by everyone because of some notion of what people think being a rock star or being a successful band is. It's not why we got into this. It's going to be why we get out of it. Absolutely, 100%. As far as I'm concerned, all the bands in the world suck. I don't care anymore. I'm building an empire. He's building an empire. This band's building an empire. I have kids come to my house and mow my lawn, and I feel like an idiot. I'm like, get out of here. But they're like, no. Your wife's at home with 3 kids, you're out on the road doing that. I would love to mow your lawn. I don't understand that, but instead, I have to figure out that we created that.
You get to your audience in a different way. So if another band isn't doing it, you're reaching them at a level, and often you're reaching kids who are isolated to begin with.
There's a lot to do with it, man. When those kids, see a band like us, we are determined to go to their town, because a lot of bands won't go there. And those kids deserve to see us just as much as a kid in New York or LA or Chicago or something.
Nothing ever happens here. There's only good shows that come here once in a good year, and people are scary here.
I'm here to rip shit up and Just watch a kick-ass band, and I'm ready for anything and everything here.
What do you get from a live show from them?
Oh, it's so awesome. Rush. The Rush is so awesome.
What do you think about that? A show like this, a lot of the crowd is really young.
This concert rocks!
If they want to get their ass beat down, then, they shouldn't be here. But if they want to get fucked up, then they're going to get fucked up.
And how do you balance doing it because obviously you care and you do it for yourself, right? And how do you balance that, taking care of them, but at the same time not really giving a shit what other people think?
50% of the show and the whole experience is the band, and 50% of it is the fans. Without either one, this whole thing cannot work.
What is it about them that does so much for you?
Big thing, man, they put on a good show, and the fact is we've seen them a couple other times, and they came out and just hung out with us. They weren't being stuck up, nothing. They came out afterwards, the whole band, signed some autographs. I mean, they didn't just sign it like you're no one. They could talk to you for a little while, and that's cool. Even when a band, even though they're getting popular, they'll still come hang out with you and talk to you. That says a lot.
In this kind of music, this hard genre of music, do you think they have a better relationship with their fans? Tell me about that.
Most definitely, man. It's all about the fans. They're all about the fans. They just want to meet them and talk to them. That's cool. That's really cool.
The strength of this music at its best is when it's artists doing what they want, like you said. However, somebody found out they can make a lot of money marketing to kids this idea of whatever metal is. And especially today, and you watch it now, when you're looking at bands, you're on the road with some of them, and you don't like them, but you see them doing the things that are the reason you're doing this.
Yeah, it's prepackaged angst. It's all it is. We've seen it before. I mean, it's just, and it's stupid. It's contrived, and there's no feeling to it. So what's the point? Kids are going to grab onto something if they really feel it, and if they find out that you don't feel it in return, they feel cheated, they feel robbed, and that's the way a lot of kids are cynical at the age 14. Basically, my whole life has been about fuck you, I don't give a shit about you, everybody that looks like you could fuck off. And kids can relate to that because we mean it. We mean it every day. We wake up, we're the same people. We put these masks on. It is an amplification of everything we say and everything we do, every piece of pain that we've ever had to deal with and wipe on our face as a kid. It's real, and kids feel that, All these other bands that want to come out and, either grab onto our boot heels or some other goddamn band's boot heels and say, hey, we're just as, screwed up as, as all these other people. Kiss my fucking ass, bunch of fucking liars.
What's happening on your arm?
Fuck Fred Durst, because Fred Durst is a dickhead, and he's just a complete...
He speaks so highly at you, man.
He's a sellout.
In what respect?
Huh?
How?
Think about it. He says that he's in it for only the nookie, and he admits that. And that really makes me mad, and it pisses me off.
What makes Slipknot work so well for you then?
Because they don't really care about what anybody thinks about them, and then they just play for the love of it.
You talked about no one living up to your expectations. I watch your expectations being lived out by your fans. I see them take the mantle for what it's worth, the amount of kids who have fucked Fred Durst on them. And I asked all of them why. And it's mostly because of what they think is the reaction from that band to you. But they are now, when you guys say you're no longer in that headspace, they're there.
Yeah, I mean, the thing was, it wasn't even about him. It was about what he represented.
Formula.
Yeah. Fred Durst is a great businessman, but he's not an artist. I don't feel that from him. I don't give a fuck if he's got $10 gajillion. He is not an artist to me. And, it has nothing to do with him as a person. It is what he is doing. He is pre-packaging, and he is he's processing music that a lot of kids feel. All these kids that get behind him, they're like, what's the problem? What's the problem? I'll tell you what the problem is, because his soul is up for sale.
You hear about band against band in the press, but
there's no band against band, because it's mind over matter. I mean, we don't think about it. We're done with that.
Yeah,
we're done with that.
Our thing.
We
do our thing.
We've learned that we beat ourselves up. We kill ourselves. It's like, oh, this band. You know what, dude? I have a hard time not having a headache because I hit myself in the face so many times.
Let me see your fucking hands in the air! I am the crazy man! I am the crazy man! Let me see those fucking fist pumping, come on! Hey! You're down to see! You're gonna kill him! Run away! Both ways, gonna get it all down! Coming to take
check this out.
Check it out.
It's gonna vanish.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-oh. Where'd it go? Wow. Check it out.
Check it out.
Some guy just mooned us. Wasn't pretty.